I'd like to start off thanking my good friends here at the America First Warehouse for letting me use this magic space on such a short notice to do my thing. This is being live streamed on Instagram, so please just try not to yell. You can applause a little bit if you hear something you like, but please try not to talk or yell out. I'm not here to win a Pulitzer for this speech. I am not a great speaker, but I think and hope that you get this message. And there you have it. There lies the problem. Your reaction, your knee-jerk reaction when I lit that cigarette, a legal substance in this wide open space, and you went, ooh, he can't go there. You'll flip through the newspaper and see 60 people shot in Chicago, 30 stabbed in the New York City subway, and you move on to the comics like it's nothing. But I lit this cigarette, and some of you lost your mind because of how you are programmed. It is fascinating, and this has got to change tomorrow. We must change how we and what we prioritize. When I announced this speech a few days ago, some folks were like, who are you, Scott LoBaido, to think you deserve to give a speech to America? Do you know how long it took me to write this speech? 35 fucking years. That's how long I've been doing this. Observing, creating, fighting, and warning you folks about this very moment, this brink of extinction, the end of the fucking line. And here the fuck we are. Why this speech today? It is the eve of Independence Day, the birthday of the greatest invention in the history of civilization, the United States of America. We will have parades, parties, barbecues, illuminations, but on Wednesday, we are back on that path to the extinction of freedom and at the speed of light, unless we, all of us, reverse this imminent death fall today. It is now or never. Who the hell are you to give a speech? Who are you, LoBaido? Who are you? Who am I? I'm you. I don't do what I do to make friends. I ain't here to make friends. I'm here to make right. The name of the speech is Now or Never, a tough love address to America. This is a tough love speech. So if your sensitivity level is going to explode or you get offended, you are part of the problem, and there is the fucking door. Yes, I am unorthodox. Yeah, I'm a little vulgar and raw. Screaming, painting, sculpting, throwing fake blood at criminal-loving DAs, offices, and yes, launching pizza at City Hall. And so on for 35 years. But believe it or not, this crazy son of a bitch is here to bring peace. One of the reasons that we are in this situation of hate and division, severe hate and division, is because the radical left went too far left. See, this country survives on balance. We fluctuate. In the 60s and 70s, we were a little more liberal. And then in the 80s, we were a little more conservative. We always go up and down, but we always were close to the middle. But the last couple of decades, the left took it to the fucking moon. You can't do that. That is not how this machine works. So what happened? The masses of good, law-abiding, hard-working Americans, these people, and there's a hell of a lot more of these than them, who are usually quiet, are finally saying, no, enough. How did Donald Trump get elected? You think you guys voted for him? That got him elected? No. These people, this handful of radical left maniacs elected Donald Trump. Understand what I'm saying. And there's no way in hell that these people on the left, the radicals, are going to take away or destroy everything that these people have built. Not going to fucking happen, and that's where we are. My mother, rest her soul, was a liberal woman. But she was an old school liberal. Not like these so-called liberals today. These liberals today say, take down that wall. Let everyone into our country, no matter who or what. Yet all these phony politicians and limousine liberals have huge walls and fences around their fucking mansions. And how many of them, do you know, have brought in these illegal immigrants to their homes? I don't know any. I don't know any. My mother was liberal, but she was a liberal who put her mouth where her money where her mouth was. Each holiday, she would send us boys to the gin mill down the street, grab that lonely old man sitting at the bar, or grab a homeless person and bring him home to Christmas dinner. Don't mistake my tears for weakness. She invited her gay friends, her black friends to dinner because their families were ashamed. She sent us 3 boys to a mostly black and Hispanic school, junior high school, in a rough part of the town, where all the white kids, all my white friends in the neighborhood went to the white school. She wanted to toughen us up and experience diversity, and we did. So all you folks who call me a closed-minded racist, bigot, or homophobe, you don't fucking know me. Most of today's liberals are not real liberals. They are the fascists that they label us patriots as. The old school liberals were peace-loving, carefreeing hippies who wore beads and peace signs. They chilled out smoking some easy grass. They put flowers in the barrels of guns because they truly were against violence. They cherished art and free expression, no matter what the ideology of that expression. These so-called liberals today are the most violent of people. We see them all the time at rallies, protests, beating, burning, destroying, and killing violently, tearing down centuries-old sculptures and works of art suppressing any free speech, and they think is offensive or that they don't like. That, my friends, is called fascism. That is not liberalism. I want to make this sincere plea with you folks I speak of, these radical left people. A sincere plea. Please, starting tomorrow, I need you to think. Really think how great it would be if you slowed down the insanity. Because I can assure you, your way of doing things is not working. And I'm telling you, it is going to backfire. You folks I speak of over here, you have many great ideas and causes, but you take everything too far. And now your causes fall upon our deaf ears. We all love this fucking planet. We also love this planet. But we are realists. Yes, alternative energy is good. It's a good thing. But you climate radicals move too fast. You call yourself a progressive? Then you, of all people, should understand that progress takes fucking time. We can do this together if you pull the reins back and slow the fuck down. I'm not telling you folks over here to be like me or to be a Republican. Be you, but be a realist. If you keep taking it past the moon, I promise you, you're gonna lose. The planet is gonna lose. Come back down from the clouds. Let's try to work together. Please consider my sincere request. With that said, I'm a little tired of blaming them. I'm tired of blaming these woke-ass America-hating mayors, senators, presidents, and the rest of this handful of idiots, people that have such self-hate that if they are miserable, then everybody has to be miserable. I'm not blaming them anymore. I blame you. I blame us. It's our fault. Remember, folks, it's called tough love. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make things right. It's your fault because you let it happen. You ignored all of the warning signs right in front of your fucking face. The party is soon over. All of it, unless you fix it. It's up to you. All of you. You who scream on your keyboard. I don't know why this stuff is going on in my kid's school. They're telling my kid he's a racist. They're teaching my 5-year-old about gay sex, etc., etc. You own that school. You own that teacher and that principal. You own that fucking school. No need for violence. We don't use violence. Weak people use violence. Stupid people use violence because that's all they have. The most powerful, sexiest thing in America is up in the corner of your dusty old attic, stored away like a box of old shoes. Go get it. Bring it down. Open it up. And you'll see Amendment 1. Dust it off and use it! Gather your fellow parents. Get in that school's face and say, "Oh, you're not teaching my kid this shit. You don't have to get arrested like I do sometimes, painting, pouring fake blood, or launching pizza at the gates of Shitty Hall. You just have to show up at your public school, at your senator's office, at Shitty Hall, and be heard. You know, Mayor Adams said the other day, that guy should not have thrown pizza over my gates at City Hall. That's not his gate. That's your fucking gate. It's our gate. You own it. Use it. You folks who bang on the keyboard, hey, Scott, we're with you. Way to fight, Scott. I can't believe this president, this mayor, or this school board, they're destroying everything. No, you are destroying everything. Because you sit on your lazy asses sucking up the milk and honey, while a handful of scumbags, a fucking handful, pull the rug from underneath us. And stop with the, well, Scott, you know, some of us have jobs. Our founding fathers had jobs. They had farms to tend to. And they knew they'd lose crops and food for the table. But they took off. They went out there. They assembled in mass. They rallied, they spoke up, and they fought like hell. Shame on us. It's now or never. This is your battle. And if you don't get in it tomorrow, it's all over. It's fucking over. And I know a lot of you know it. And when it is over, it ain't ever coming back. Them's the facts, Jack. I'd also like to address many of you Democrats out there who know damn well that your voting habit is killing everything around you. Everything. And we know that you know. Well, I vote Democrat because my pappy did and his pappy voted Democrat. Stop the bullshit. Look away from the shiny keys and that new episode on that empty, dumbed down reality TV show. We know that you know. Our enemies like China see us as this weak gazelle because of your softness. We know that you Democrats know that World War III is months away. We know that you know that your wallet is empty. And we know that a big, hairy, naked man should not be in the presence of a 6-year-old daughter. We know that you know that the unprecedented fentanyl death rate of our children is because of open borders. And that your children can't play in the park anymore because of the criminal-loving policies that you vote for. Democrats, we know that you know. You good folks in the black community, for 60 years you've been voting for these folks on the left, these white liberals who have been promising you all the glory. Now, I live in a part of Staten Island that isn't the safest, but I love it. I'm an artist. I love the diversity. A few blocks away are the projects that some of you black folks have been living in for generations. Because the people that promise you this glory hand you just enough dimes for you to stay right there with that tiny bit of comfort. It is us simple, hardworking patriots that want you to succeed like everybody else. America is always here to help you get on your feet. And us patriots, we preach about independence an incentive. Look up the fucking word incentive. Everybody in this country. It is a thing that motivates and encourages someone to do something. Any fucking thing. But after a while, you're an able-bodied person. It is time for you to leave the comfy nest and make something great, as simple as it may be, of that beautiful short life you have. Now, right now, I could hear the bells ringing. My ears are blowing up right now. I could hear some of the people calling me a racist because of my truth in this fucking speech. And I don't fear talking about anything. It's the other thing. Everybody's so afraid. Racism. Racism. One of the ugliest, most important historical words. And people throw the word racism around like it's the word the, thereby diminishing the true power and meaning of the word racism. When these progressive liberals have nothing, or when they lose an argument, they call you racist. I say hello to a black guy in my neighborhood. Hey, how's it going? Sun's going down. It's going to get dark. Bam! Some woke-ass white liberal soy boy will jump out of the bushes and scream, "He said dark! He's a racist!" It's funny because it's fucking true. It's nuts. There will always be racists, bigots, homophobes. Sadly, it is the nature of our species. But it is just the tiniest amount of ignorant fools. It is not systemic, as you are brainwashed to think by the dividing media and these so-called community leaders that do not care for you. Stop listening to them. This is America. This is America. One of my favorite lines, this is continued from my previous conversation here. One of my favorite lines in the movie was from one of my favorite movies, The Edge, in a survival situation. What one man can do, another can do. And the character, he's given up. And Anthony Hopkins is saying, "Say it again!" And he drills it into his fucking head until he gets off his ass. What one man can do, another can do. Your opportunities are endless here. Look, we all have been victims of something or other. But we pull up our pants and we move the fuck on. Stop wasting time playing the victim in the rest of your short life. This is why I paint the flag all day, every day. Because I went through my own hell. I went through my own hell a few times, as we all do. But I look at that flag and I realize I can do it. Many have sacrificed so much so I, you, we can pull our pants up and grab a dream. I have painted those stars and stripes 1,000 times on canvas and on the sides of giant buildings in every state in this country. Why? Because I'm the poster child for freedom. I do and say, I paint, I create, whatever the hell I want. I overcome my obstacles and I keep climbing. And the only reason I have this tremendous freedom to do so is because of the men and women who bled to death in a filthy fucking foxhole. And their sacrifice is represented in those bold stars and stripes with every single brushstroke. They died for you. They died for me. And I will celebrate and promote, defend and protect that symbol for their sacrifice till my dying fucking breath. How heartbreaking to hear so many spoiled, rotten, whining babies screaming and crying. No one wants to help me save the two-headed fruit fly. I hate America. Let's burn a flag. It is beyond comprehension how people expressing their grievances will destroy, step on, or burn the one thing that gives them the right to fucking express their grievances. It's mind-blowing. It really is. It doesn't hurt me as much as I know it hurts a lot of our veterans, including these young men and women who are double, triple, quadruple amputees. The PTSD. 22 veterans kill themselves each day in this country, and we're numb to it. Because some little spoiled brat is screaming, America sucks, because whatever, demanded to be called he, she, they, them, thou, thou, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. It is beyond surreal. It is beyond selfish. It is beyond disrespectful. I'm not a great artist. I'm no Michelangelo. I am no Da Vinci. There are a million artists way, way better than I. But what makes me a decent artist, if I may be a little egotistical, is not the execution of my work. It is not the brushstrokes. It is the subject. Old Glory. I have seen the masters. I have seen the Sistine Chapel and all. I've seen it. But the greatest, most beautiful, most powerful, most important work of art in the history of civilization is the Star-Spangled Banner. It is. It is the best in the world. It is the best flag in the world. And why, you ask? As do my critics. While they call me a jingoist, a nationalist, Nazi-like, for worshiping a piece of cloth, a banner, a flag. The Japanese flag, my friends, is beautiful, but it represents the Japanese. The French flag represents the French. The Brazilian flag represents the Brazilians, and so on across the world. But there is just one flag that represents all of them. Every single organic culture from every corner of this globe. That is the American flag. It is a flag of humanity. So yes, she is the best. There is no such thing as perfection, but America is the closest to it. And that's why she's the fucking best. Period. People always ask me, Scott, how come you don't have children? I do have a child. She's beautiful. For the last 35 years, I've been nurturing her. I've dedicated my life every single day to protect her, defend her, celebrate her, show people how special she is. Help her to grow, be strong, be better. She's my everything. Her name is America. Okay. The other day, many of you who follow me on social media might have seen it. I posted a photograph. It was a picture of 4 grown men, balls out naked, standing on a public sidewalk. And in between these men was a little girl no more than 7, walking past them, trying to squeeze by. It is a horrendous, vile image. Sadly, it's not the only one out there. This is a sick new trend. Yet another trend that some see as normal behavior. I'm going to plead once again. This time to the alphabet community. Now, when I say the alphabet community, I'm not being derogatory. Sorry, I'm a simple man with just a high school education. I'm pushing 60. I don't have time for fucking puzzles and putting letters together. So don't be offended. Maybe you could use it. I was born in '65, so I did a lot of my partying in the '80s. Still party today, but not like in the '80s. I went to drag shows. I went to gay bars with my other straight friends to support our gay friends. We never give a shit what anybody did. See, this pisses me off. I had to throw this in here. I'm a heterosexual man. I don't like nuts in my cookies. But if I think that two guys doing a horizontal mambo is a little squeamish, does that make me a homophobe? No. But to them it does. I got a friend who eats raw, slimy squid with the eyes in it and is all this jelly. It's gross. But I don't love him any less. I don't respect him any less. I don't like this going on with two dudes. I'm squeamish, but I still love you. That's what it is. And then there's always that trap. People like to trick you. But you're okay with two pretty women together. Oh, that's okay. Hello, I'm a fucking dude. And I'm sure I speak for all straight men. One beautiful woman, hubba hubba. Two beautiful women, hubba hubba, hubba hubba. It is what it fucking is. Jesus. Try to trick you into everything. We had this bar in Staten Island called the Cargo Cafe. I was creative director, per se. We made sure this bar was open to all. We had black, white, liberal, conservative, Muslim, Jew, gay, straight, trans people were welcome when they weren't welcome in other regular bars. This bar wasn't a gay bar. It was an American bar. It was a melting pot. Excuse me. I was the token greaseball, or gindaloon as they called me. We all got along. We all made fun of each other. Do you remember those days? We loved each other. And then this handful of self-hating radicals and the media said, no, we can't have this type of love and unity. Let's break this party up. Let's divide this family. Why? The famous words of Scott LeBedo, fucking stupidity. So I beg, and I plead with you folks in the alphabet community. We don't care what you do. Have all the parades you want. Hang all the rainbows you want. That you stole from us, by the way. Just kidding. Have all the displays in Target you want. But you bring our children into the mix, fuck off. No, that line will not be crossed. You good folks in the alphabet community, I know most of you are against this child grooming bullshit. I beg you to stand up and speak out against this insanity. Don't be fearful of this tiny handful of radicals in your community. All the work that you've done to get where you are, and now it's all backfiring on you. So stand up and speak out now. Let's stay on a subject. Cake. Cake. So some chick didn't want to bake you a gay cake. Go next door, go down the block, bake your own gay cake, move the fuck along. I'd be a millionaire if I bitched and cried and sued every gallery that told me to my face that I couldn't have an art show in their place because of my conservative ideology. But I moved on. I rented my own spaces. I had 1,000 awesome art shows. Stop people playing the fucking victim. None of us are special. We are different. We are unique, equal, not special. There's only one group of people in this country who are special, and as you know, that is our veterans. And I will close with this. Yeah, I'm a crazy son of a bitch. I'm a little rough around the edges. But honestly, in my heart, I want peace. Peace that can put an end to this great divide. It's insane. It's like really stupid. And get us back on track with our awesome yet short lives. You know, those of you who really know me will understand that this is true words for me. On my mother's grave, I swear to you, if this country was dangerously too far to the right, I would be doing the same exact thing with my life, but from the left. I want the balance back. I truly want peace. I want America back. Let's make tomorrow our birthday. Let's make tomorrow our birthday the beginning of the end to this insanity. Let us show this crazy world that we are back and we are not to be fucking reckoned with. The woke radicals must pull the reins back. And if they do not, you patriots need to stop fearing what you will be called. Stand the fuck up and fight like hell. Now or never.